All right, guys, so any questions from homework or anything? Okay. So I want to get a little bit back into where we left off last time, and then I got a little handout with some problems I want you guys to try on your own. Try this, see what we think about this. All right. Doing some job. Bill makes $25 more than Fred makes because Bill is, I guess he's in charge or something. Makes $25 more. You guys get the basic idea of the problem? So on some kind of job, Bill makes 25 more than Fred does. Together they make $445 for this job, whatever it is. How much did each of them make? Now again, you could actually figure out the answer to this without algebra. That does not mean that algebra doesn't have a place. When we start learning word problems, we start with the word problems you could do without algebra, just so you can kind of make sure your algebra looks right when you get to the answer, right? What does algebra really shine is when you got some problems where you can't do it in your head, can't guess at it, right? So like I said yesterday, the first step in a word problem, I don't care about any of the math involved. I just care about what are the players in the problem. So what are the obvious players in this problem?
F and B.
What?
F and B. Fred and Bill.
Fred and Bill. So and actually it's more like, so Fred's money and Bill's money that they make, right? The amount of each. Okay. So we've identified the players in the problem in English. Now we can start working towards Mathish. Which one should just be X, or whatever letter you want to use actually?
Fred.
Why Fred?
Because this is going to be 25 less. Bill.
Well, don't think this. Bill makes 25 more than Fred. So Bill is dependent on what Fred makes, right? The way that it's written. So I got to know what Fred makes first, and then I could just add 25 to figure out what Bill makes, right? So if you call Fred what? What do you want to call Fred? Okay, let's just call him X. You can call him F. If you know Fred, you hate him, you can call him whatever you want to, but give it a letter name. Doesn't really matter what it is. X just happens to be the one that we use most of the time. There's a huge history about X, why it's the one we use most of the time. If I do call Fred X, I have to call Bill what? X plus 25. They can't, well, later this semester, next, we are going to learn how to do systems of equations where we have two variables. But I can't let you do that yet if you know about it. I need you to know how to do it all based off of one variable. Right? So Fred and Bill are related. So if I know Fred's, I should be able to write what Bill's is. Right? And let's check this. What if Fred made $50? Just looking at the first sentence here, what should Bill make?
75.
So if I do make X 50, that is 50 plus 25, that is 75. So this represents the general situation. If Bill always makes $25 more, then this represents what they each make until, before I know what Fred makes, right? So that's what this represents. I need to know the specific instance when together they made 445. Right.
In that equation, would you divide
Wait, we gotta set it up first before we start doing things to it. Together, what does that mean operationally? What operation does that mean? Add them up. So if I take, so what's wrong with this, what I've written down so far? What am I missing? Yeah, so I need to have Fred show up and Bill shows up. So together, they make 445. Do you guys see how that leads to that equation? I see two people, and together they make 445. And now should be the easy step. Once you create the equations, you go, oh, thank God. Let me just kick this equation's ass real quick. Right, how do I start to solve this bad boy?
2x.
Yeah, good.
Minus 25.
Good. Take 25 away.
40.
Oh, yeah.
Full 20. And
Divided
then,
by 2.
yeah, divide by 2. I like it. Now here's some of you guys, you gotta be careful. I always say when you get here and then you circle this and you keep going. No. Several things wrong with that. One is, how much do each of them make? There's gotta be two answers. Secondly, if you put 210, I'm gonna be a complete asshole and say 210 bananas, 210 rubles, 210 what? Right? So over here you can so X is 210. 210 of course dollars. So what's Bill's amount? Yeah, 210 plus 25, so he made $235. And how do you check that? Well, together they do make 445, right? You can always check the answer. Yes?
So on the homework, do you want us to put like do you want us to put it all out in like a word? Like put it out on a full sentence?
This is
Or
a-
do you wanna have it, like-
So if you don't do this, but you are able to set things up and get the answers, great. But the people that skip this step are the ones that overwhelmingly make really simple mistakes.
Yeah, I've been doing that step, but I'm saying like once I get to like I get the two
Just like exactly like if you did exactly this,
and
you're
just leave it
good.
at that?
Yeah, because Fred, 210. There's no question what you
I'm
mean.
putting down like, oh, the one answer is.
Yeah, you can do that
one
too.
answer is
That's
whatever.
great, right? Yes.
Can you also do it like 445 plus 25 is 420 divided by 2 is 210. Put back the
So what's
25.
wrong with that? What's it missing? What class are we in? Yeah, sorry. So again, a lot of the problems you're going to have are going to be problems you can probably figure out in your head maybe, or quickly without using any algebra to solve it. That only makes sense because to get used to some new thing, setting up algebraic equations to solve word problems, we want to kind of take baby steps and start with problems that maybe I don't even need algebra for, so I can get used to the algebra while I know what makes sense. These answers make sense. I can tell what it should be from the problem, but we're supposed to be getting used to this and this, right?
I
Okay.
think it's both.
Is that cool?
Yes.
You have to show me the algebra, right? So again, you can totally get the right answer doing a problem and lose all the points if you don't show me the algebra, right? I always have somebody that gets upset. I'm like, I explain this. You're in algebra class. Or I'll say something like, you got to drive to the mall. And they're like, what the shit? You missed that day. Okay. Okay. So, let me give you this. Oh, behind you. What's that? Yeah, there you go. All right, so, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, anytime you need. Okay, so let me ask you this. Sorry, let me ask you. Do you want me to force you into groups, or do you wanna find a few people near you to work with? Which way you wanna do this? That's what I thought, so then do that. If I don't see that happening, I will then come in. So at least get near people and pretend like you're working together. At least check with them what you're getting, you know what I'm saying? Right? Yes? Everybody understand what's happening? Screw this, man, I don't wanna talk to people, then just get next to them then, right?
Yeah, he might not wanna be with us.
2 or 3 is good, right? Don't make a group of 6, that's kinda crazy. Group of 4 is fine.